She's as free as blue bonnets in the summer. She's as hot as the Padre Island sun. Most of the time she's as warm and friendly, like the hills that surround Austin. She's as bright as the Dallas sky. She always holds her head up high. She loves the company of her family. She has faith in God's greater plan. She trusts I'm a good man, and that's why I'll always believe. She's like Texas, and she likes me. Her eyes are green like the trees in Nacogdoches. Her teeth are white as cotton in the fall. When she laughs, you'll always take notice, 'cause her heart's charm will shine right through it all. She's as bright as the Dallas sky. She always holds her head up high. She loves the company of her family. She has faith in God's greater plan. She trusts I'm a good man, and that's why I'll always believe. She's like Texas, and she likes me. And her moods can change like the weather out in Lubbock. But if you show her love, man, she'll return it. She's as bright as the Dallas sky. She always holds her head up high. She loves the company of her family. She has faith in God's greater plan. She trusts I'm a good man, and that's why I'll always believe. She's like Texas, and she likes me. Oh, she's like Texas, and she likes me.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bay City Players Presents Comedy Tonight. My name is Mike Wisniewski, and I am glad you have joined us for our first live stream performance of Potato Gumbo by local playwright Gene Champy. Gene has assembled a great cast of homebound actors from across our region. Bay City Players is excited to participate in the MakeArtVirtual campaign started by our friends at Midland Center for the Arts. Now, our doors may be closed right now, but we are dedicated to our mission of providing high-quality theatrical experiences for entertainment, education, and enrichment of the community. The show must go on, but virtually. During these unprecedented times, we are grateful to use this platform to connect with each other, so feel free to comment as the show goes on and let us know what you think. Our cast comes to you with little rehearsal time and without access to our theater has found props to use from their own home. If you are interested in participating in future programs such as this, please send us a message on our Facebook or message me personally and I will add you to our list. Stay tuned for our next performance. Now, before I get to the cast, I would like to introduce the playwright, Jean Champy.
Hey there. Several years ago, I was on stage with a wonderfully talented older actress who was lamenting the fact that there just weren't that many great roles out there for women her age. And that soon enough, I would be feeling that pinch myself. Well, yikes. So while I was living in Saudi Arabia, I decided I'd write a play for her and was fortunate enough to be mentored through the process by Canadian playwright Schramm. So Potato Gumbo has now been successfully and profitably produced by a number of theaters and showcased quite a few wonderfully talented actresses, which it will do again here tonight, along with, I must say, some really impressive guys. So I couldn't be happier to have this great cast bring my characters to life, and thank all of you for tuning in. And when this is over, please wash your hands.
Okay, and now, cast, when I call your name, please give a wave to the audience and let them know your character's name and where you are from. Debbie Lake.
Hi, I play Gretchen. I'm from Saginaw.
John Tanner.
Hello, I will be playing Thomas, and I'm from Auburn.
Sarah Smith.
Hi there, I will be playing Barbara, and I live in Midland.
Matthew Schramm.
Hi, I'm playing Jack, and I live in Midland.
Leeds Bird.
I'm playing Jim, and I live in Bay City.
And Russell Lutinsky.
Hi, I'm playing Gail, and I'm coming to you from Gibby's Kitchen.
And Marcy Rogers.
Hi, I'm playing Donna Holbrook, and I live in Midland.
Now, our swings tonight are Tina Jacobs.
Hi, I live in Midland.
And myself. Now, in the event one of our actors experiences technical difficulty, we will step in to keep the performance seamless. And speaking of tech, we have Tyler Leonard behind the scenes making sure everything is running smoothly. And last but not least, our narrator for tonight will be Jean Champy. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Now sit back and hopefully you have a drink in hand and enjoy Potato Gumbo.
Imagine, if you will, the setting. The Casa del Vecchia, which means House of the Old in Italian, is located in Columbus, a small town in the east central Texas, a ways outside of Houston. It's a newer, comfortable retirement community for active older adults. Note, it is not a nursing home or a care facility. The time is the early hours of the present. Act 1, Scene 1. It's the common area of the Casa del Vecchia. There is a table with comfortable chairs for playing games, puzzles, or chatting. One wall has floor-to-ceiling bookcases with games, puzzles, and books. French doors lead out to a patio area and pool. Double doors exit that lead to the entrance of the facility, and another door that leads to resident apartments. There is a bar with a small refrigerator and sink. Over the sink are cabinets with glasses and small plates. One glass cabinet is filled with various liquor bottles and is locked. We find Thomas and Gretchen in the very early hours of the morning.
Oh, that was exciting.
Exciting? Gretchen? That was mortifying.
Mortifying? No. Oh, exciting. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have a pacemaker. Did you see that big gun he had?
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised he didn't use it to shoot us both dead.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You don't shoot old people.
Oh, no. Of course not. That would be too humane.
That was the most fun I have had in such a long time.
Holbrook enters in a huff and hears that last comment.
Well, it better be the most fun you have for a very long time to come, Miss Nelsen.
It was like that Christmas morning and the first day of summer kind of all rolled together, you know.
Yeah, please, Mrs. Holbrook, let me assure you that we won't be having any more fun anytime soon.
As an administrator here, I have never had one of my residents on the wrong side of the law like this. It's outrageous. Do you hear me? Outrageous.
Exactly. You are exactly right. Outrageous. It was the best kind of outrageous.
Miss Nelsen, I hope you realize that you and your partner in crime here have caused an incredible amount of trouble this evening. I don't much like it when there's trouble. Don't like it at all.
Oh, you're completely justified in being upset, but please don't blame Gretchen.
There's plenty of blame to spread around. Now, I hope you realize, Mr. Trahan, this is a respectable community, and we have respectable people living here.
Oh, yes. Of course, I actually have got to know several of the respectable people, and will make more of an effort to spend time with them.
I'm sure you understand then that we do not expect to be dealing with the police regarding our residents at 1 o'clock in the morning.
It was just like an episode of Hawaii Five-0, except that, well, this isn't Hawaii, and really, it isn't even close to being Hawaii. Although I really, you know what I really like? I really like those little palm trees that you got set up by the pool. And kids, we just have like this little drive-up bar. We could just.
Miss Nelsen, this is hardly some fantasy TV police show. This is a very serious situation that will have consequences.
Consequences?
If you two will kindly stay here, I'd have to go open the gate for your families and try to give some explanation as to how all this happened.
Mrs. Holbrook exits.
Oh, what an incredible mess, Gretchen.
Messy? No, I don't think it's messy, Thomas. She's just cranky. I think we should just not pay any attention to her, and tomorrow she's going to have a better day. She probably just needs a little more sleep. Although I noticed that she doesn't seem to get.
No. I've got to tell you that I haven't done something this outrageous or really stupid, and I don't even remember when. Oh my goodness! I mean, we got brought home by the police, Gretchen. What were we thinking? What, that we could run off to New Orleans and not tell anyone, just jump into the car like a couple of crazy kids?
Well, we're hardly kids, Thomas, so what would we be? Crazy seniors, crazy old people?
Both of those things at the very least.
Geriatrically crazy? Is that a real thing?
No. I thought that we'd get a little farther before they really caught up to us. Still, it was an outrageous idea. But I can't say that I've ever ridden in the back of a police car before.
No, I don't think it was actually outrageous. It was just a poorly planned idea. Don't you think with a little practice we could get the hang of it?
Yes, well, it was poorly planned. Yeah, which in no way erases the outrageous part. But imagine what a time we would have had if we would have made it.
We'll plan better, and we'll go ahead. We're going to go again. I mean, I'm pretty free all week. Tomorrow even. I mean, maybe I might have a doctor's appointment. But isn't there always a doctor's appointment?
I don't know about that. We have to fix this mess first before we spend any more time trying to go over the fence again.
Yes, you are right. We need to fix a better plan.
Right. Well, we do have quite a bit of explaining to do in just a few minutes. And Gretchen, what do you have?
These? Oh, they're handcuffs.
Oh, Holy Mother of God. Gretchen, you stole the officer's handcuffs.
No, don't be silly. I didn't steal anything. These were just there in the officer's car. Nobody was using them.
No. You just can't take them. They're government property.
Well, they shouldn't be left just laying there like that, or somebody will steal them.
No. We have to do something with those. The last thing anyone needs is to see handcuffs right now. We can't explain that.
Oh, I'm sure I could explain. I can explain.
No. Let's get them out of sight. Can you try putting them in your purse for now?
Well, wait. I can try. All right. Let me look. Oh my God, what is in here? Oh shit, I knew I had some gum. Hold on just a minute. No, these handcuffs, they won't fit in here.
Oh, no.
Thomas, they won't fit.
Yep. Look, let's stash these here for those for now, and we'll figure out what to do with them later. Now look for a place to hide them.
I really shouldn't pick the place. I never really remember where I put anything anymore. I don't know.
No, look, I'll remember. Help me look.
I put something somewhere, and then I find it. I find it somewhere completely different. You think that somebody just like sneaks into my apartment and just moves everything around?
No, look, I'll come back later and I'll get them. We just have to get these cuffs back to the officer before he realizes that they're gone.
Hey, let's have him over for dinner one night next week. What night is the potato fest?
Oh, yes. Dinner. Right, dinner. And for dessert, he could serve your arrest warrant for grand theft of an auto.
Oh, come on, don't be silly. I don't think he's going to arrest me.
Thomas puts the handcuffs between the seat cushion of the chair, puts the purse on top of it, and sits.
Yeah. All right. There. Now, we have to deal with more of this immediate mess.
Now, where did you put my handcuffs?
They're in the chair. Chair when.
Okay.
So don't worry. Now look, when the kids come in, let me do all the talking. I'm going to tell them it was all my idea.
It wasn't your idea. I took the handcuffs.
No, I'm not talking about the handcuffs.
I can have a few good ideas. I'm still perfectly capable of taking care of things on my own.
I'm talking about this cockamamie scheme to drive to New Orleans.
Oh, yes. That was so much fun.
Oh, boy. Look, Jack, I know Jack will be reasonable, but your daughter, she's going to be spitting nails. So look, I am taking all the blame.
Look, we can tell them that we temporarily lost our good sense, right? They'll believe that.
Oh, yeah.
They already believe that.
Good idea. Just remember to act remorseful and say you're sorry a lot.
I'm not sorry.
No, but say you're sorry anyway. They like to hear that.
Well, what about the handcuffs?
Gretchen's daughter Barbara, along with Thomas's son Jack, enters.
Mom, thank goodness you're all right. Mother, what were you thinking? Do you know how scared I was?
Hey, Dad, you okay?
Mother.
No, I'm fine. We're both fine.
Just glad nothing serious happened.
Mrs. Holbrook told us that the police stopped you out on Interstate 10 driving erratically. I-10.
What were you two doing in the car so late?
Where were you going?
We were going.
Oh, look, I'm sorry. I am sorry about all this, Barbara. It was my idea, but it's just a little misunderstanding. We thought we would take a drive.
I'm sorry. You thought what?
We thought we would take a drive.
A drive out of the city so that they could see the stars better.
Stars? Really?
Yes. There's so much light pollution. We thought if we drove outside of town, we could get a clear view of the stars.
That sounds like a fine idea, Dad, but it was pretty late.
Well, wait, after sunset, you can see Jupiter about 40 degrees southwest of the moon this month. So, that's what we did.
So you both had to pack suitcases to go out of the city to see the stars.
You packed suitcases?
Suitcases. Where are the suitcases? Did we leave them in the car?
Were you planning to look at Jupiter the entire month?
No, not exactly.
Obviously, your father isn't telling us the whole story here, but I kind of like to know where he thought he was taking off with my mother.
Dad, had you planned to take a trip and just not told anyone about it?
I'm sorry, but this is just irresponsible. Just to take my mother off somewhere without saying anything?
Easy there. It's not as if he kidnapped her.
She needs to be here, where I know she's safe. Don't you, Mother?
No.
What, Mom? How did you let him talk you into this?
He didn't talk me into it. I talked him into it. This was my idea. Should we find the suitcases?
No, Gretchen, I'm taking the blame for this.
No, you are not.
I'm not sure it really matters whose idea it was. It was a bit of excitement, but you're both back safe and sound.
Hey, it matters to me. I'd like to get the credit I deserve.
Mrs. Holbrook enters.
Well, I've spoken with the police station. They have your car there, and you can pick it up tomorrow. Although if it were me deciding, I wouldn't give it back to you.
Oh, well, thank you for doing that.
Did they say they have suitcases too?
I wouldn't worry. Dad's a pretty good guy. I'm sure he'll get your suitcase back for you. No problem.
Is that what he is? A good guy? What kind of good guy sneaks off in the middle of the night?
I suppose one who is old enough to decide where he wants to go and when.
We weren't sneaking off, and I mean, not like you're talking about.
Yes, we were.
The point is that he left here with my mother without permission.
The last I checked, this isn't a prison, and they aren't inmates. The only razor wire I can see around this place seems to be you.
I can't believe that you just said that to me. Obviously, the smart-ass bad apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I just happen to think my adult father can still make his own decisions, and I'm sure that any reasonable...
Everyone, let's not get upset. It's been a long night. Why don't we all just get home to our beds and talk more about this tomorrow? We'll talk some more.
That's probably a good idea.
Dad, do you want to just call me tomorrow?
Do you have your purse, Mother? I'll take you back to your apartment.
Oh, my purse. Where did I leave my purse? Thomas, don't you have my purse?
Is that your purse in the chair? Let's just collect that up and get you headed back to your apartment.
Reaching for Gretchen's purse in the chair, Holbrook notices the handcuffs partially sticking out from the cushion.
Oh, this fell. What in the world?
Are those handcuffs?
Yes, they're mine.
Oh, they're not hers.
Yes, they are too. Mine.
Why the hell do you have handcuffs?
These must be the cuffs the officer is looking for.
Did they handcuff you, Dad?
No.
Mother, where did you get these?
There is no reason why I can't have handcuffs.
There's no reason why you should.
I could think of one.
Oh, Jack.
Ugh, that is so juvenile and inappropriate.
Oh, Jack.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation. The officer said he may have just forgotten them when he was dropping you off. I don't know about that, but maybe that's what happened.
It's not.
No, that's exactly what happened.
He forgot them under the cushion.
Well, they must have slid down there when he was sitting in the chair.
You know, that happens to me all the time. I put something in one place and it reappears under the couch cushion.
Check the couch. Maybe he lost his revolver too.
Oh, you're not helping.
It's very late. Everyone is safe, very safe. The excitement is over. Let's just all get home.
Did we get our suitcases, Thomas? Did we?
We'll straighten it all out tomorrow.
You okay for tonight, Dad? I can come back over tomorrow and check on you if you want.
No, I'm okay. Maybe just worn out.
Can you bring my suitcase when you come back?
We'll get them, dear. Don't worry.
Okay, all right.
If you don't mind, we'll need to stop at my office for you both to sign a report for our files here. It's just procedure. Not that I've ever had such a thing like this happen here before.
Right. Well, that's fine. I just want to make sure that she gets settled in first. So let me take care of that, and I'll meet you in the office.
Oh, of course. I'll walk that way with you. I'm so sorry you had to come out so late.
Holbrook turns back to Thomas and Gretchen sharply, giving them both a look that stops them in their tracks and indicates the handcuff. She pastes the smile back on her face and exits out behind Barbara and Jack.
She has our handcuffs.
I don't think that's a problem.
Oh, I do. We have to get those back and return them to the officer.
Of course we do. She'll give back my handcuffs because she'll want her keys.
What do her keys have to do with this?
I have her keys.
How did you get those?
Well, I couldn't find mine in my purse. Okay, she left hers right there on the table earlier, so I picked them up.
Gretchen, what else have you picked up?
Oh, I pick up all kinds of things. You'd be surprised at things I can pick up.
Mother, let's go.
Maybe we can trade these keys for those handcuffs.
Maybe I could have my head examined.
Oh, you too? You know, they just examined mine last week.
Mother!
And blackout. Act 1, Scene 2. It's the next day. Gretchen and Gail enter carrying their art projects, bird feeders made from soda bottles. Gretchen's has been more successful than Gail's, which is more project than art.
Oh, I think it's a perfectly nice bird feeder. You are too critical.
The Bird World Diner's Guide will probably classify it as a questionable dive, or at the very least, a birdie greasy spoon. Right.
Yeah, but everybody flocks to those places because they're so good.
Hey, did you get a bag of the bird seed to fill these up with?
No, I forgot. I'm sorry.
I think they had a few stacked on the ground next to the crafting tables. We'll pick one up later.
You know, when I put mine out, I think I'm going to mix some potatoes in with my bird feed.
You're going to put potatoes in with the bird seed?
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes?
Well, yes, why not? You know, I really think birds like potatoes. And then the bird seed, it won't fall on the ground. It'll just get all like stuck in the potatoes, you know?
Yeah, I don't have the foggiest idea if birds actually like potatoes, but certainly can't hurt to give it a try.
Everybody likes potatoes.
Jim enters carrying an empty soda bottle with no work done on it. He is obviously unimpressed with the craft.
Comes up with these craft projects. Craft projects are nothing more than a gentle reminder that death isn't the worst thing that will happen to us.
Come on, Jim. You just need to put a little effort into it. Not that it helps my outcome any.
Now, I thought bird feeders were a very nice idea, especially if it means that there's one less hungry bird out there.
A bird will have to be pretty close to starved to want to eat out of my miserable excuse for a feeder.
I'm pretty close to starved. It's a people feeder. Nothing.
You know what, Gail? I think you just need to add some more sparkly things, you know, and sparkly things, they make everything better.
Perhaps you're right. They just need more sparkle. Jim, is there at least a bottle of cold water in there?
Here, you know, I have some sparkly and I have some glue here too. We could just we'll fix it up, you know? Okay, give it to me. And then it won't look so much like a dive. You know what I mean?
You took glue with you. Oh my. And plenty of sparkly things.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got more stuff stuck on the bottle or stuck in your pockets. Pay dirt.
Oh, good thing I have these. Looking at her feeder.
I'm not sure that's helping. Now it just looks like a sparkly, questionable dive.
Oh, no.
You're more and it'll look like a birdie brothel.
Jim, stop that. And get out of those cookies.
They're not cookies. They're fig Newtons.
You know, I always wanted to go to all of those questionable dives in New Orleans.
To the dives? See, I want to go to Brennan's for lunch or Oysters at Antoine's.
Oh, those are nice too, I suppose, but dives are where you find the best gumbo.
Oh, you sound like you've been around New Orleans. You spent some time there, Gretchen?
No, I've never been there. Mm-mm.
Really? You know so much about food and restaurants. I thought you'd been there several times, at least.
No, never, no, but we almost made it there last night, though. Thomas and me, we were having a wonderful adventure.
Almost. Didn't you get stuck in the next county?
Well, yes, but that's closer to New Orleans than right here. You know, it's a whole county closer, right?
Okay, yes, you're right. Closer.
Yes.
Well, you two carry on. I'm going to see if this thing, Mr. Trahan, is headed this way. We're off to run a few errands. Oh, there might be a fig Newton left over for you, Gail.
Jim exits.
I hope we'll try to go again. You know, we were going to the New Orleans School of Cooking and take a class.
Cooking school, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. I didn't realize Thomas liked cooking.
Well, he likes eating, which is, you know, kind of the same thing.
That's an important part of the process, too.
Mm-hmm.
Point in cooking if no one is eating.
Oh, I've wanted to go to the New Orleans School of Cooking for the longest time. I really think it's the best choice for helping me with my signature creation. Oh, could you give me a paper towel, please?
You have a signature creation?
Yes. I am working on a recipe with potatoes as a surprise ingredient in gumbo.
Seriously. Putting potatoes in gumbo. Do you think that really tastes good? Have you tried it?
Well, I mean, potatoes, they taste really good in clam chowder, and they are good if you boil them up with shrimp. Why shouldn't they be good in gumbo?
I can't answer that.
You know, Thomas, he thinks they'll be really good.
Well, then I'm sure it'll have to be.
Well, he's never been to New Orleans either, or to a cooking school. So don't you think it's pretty exciting? He said he'd like to go. Don't you?
No, Gretchen,
Yeah.
What I think Thomas really likes is you. Just my observation.
Well, yes, I suppose he does. I mean, we're friends after all. I never thought he might dislike me. I mean, you know, he likes you too, and Jim.
No, silly goose. I think Thomas really likes you.
Me? Oh, Gail, I don't know what you mean. I mean, we're friends.
Hey, I'm your friend, but I'm not driving you in the next state for cooking school. I think our Thomas is quite sweet on you.
Oh, come on. You know, people our age don't know. They don't get sweet on each other.
Why not? There's no age limit on love.
Love? Oh my gosh, Gail.
What?
I hardly think Thomas Trahan is in love with me. Such an idea. Come on.
Well, why wouldn't he be? He'd obviously do just about anything for you. I think if you wanted to club baby harp seals, he'd jump on board with it and drive to the Arctic Circle.
Those little fuzzy white seals with the great big toe eyes? Oh, no. I would never do that. I think maybe I would club a fuzzy white spider. Oh, you know, one time I even hacked a snake into a lot of pieces with a garden hoe.
Gretchen.
But I think the snake deserved it. Although, to be honest, you know, I felt kind of bad afterwards.
I didn't mean it literally.
Oh, but not baby seals. Oh, Gail, no, you don't think that Thomas would do anything like that.
Gretchen. It was just a random example. I was just saying, it seems like he'd do pretty much anything you asked.
Well, I don't think I want him harming seal babies.
No, of course not. No one wants that.
Especially the seals.
Most especially the seals.
Yeah.
So wait, why New Orleans? Why don't you take a cooking class here?
Well, it wouldn't be the New Orleans School of Cooking.
No, it'd probably be the community college, but it'd be a class. It'd probably be fun. You could try your recipe there.
But it wouldn't be the same. It has to be the New Orleans School of Cooking.
Well, no, I suppose it wouldn't exactly be.
No, no. This is Columbus, Texas. That is New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans is world famous for its cooking. I mean, Columbus, Texas, it's famous for what? I don't know. What is it famous for? I can't.
Well, maybe Columbus hasn't quite landed on that one thing to stand out about, but you could still.
I want to learn to make gumbo. I mean, I know how to make gumbo. I mean, who can't make gumbo?
I can't really.
Because you live in Texas.
No, almost.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people living in Texas who can make gumbo, even make good gumbo.
No, they make barbecue. Well, I can already make a great barbecue brisket, but who cares? You know what I mean? Because everybody makes that.
I don't.
What do you
What do you
mean?
mean you don't?
I don't.
Jim
like-
enters.
I
What
don't.
are you, some kind of Yankee or something?
Now that is not very nice.
Well, what self-respecting Southern woman can't lay down a mean barbecue dinner? Well, it's just shameful.
We aren't judging, but I wouldn't tell anyone.
You two, fine. I'll keep it to myself. Where's Thomas?
Oh, he's finishing up what he was doing. Oh, we'll get him back on the way out. He wanted me to wait for Jack.
Where are you three going?
Police station for one.
Did you get a ticket for failure to control speed in the crosswalk again? Unlawful acceleration?
Ooh.
Are you calling me fast?
All the girls say you're fast, Jim.
I am. Thomas, however, just needs to pick up his car from last night.
Oh, right. It got pounded.
Pounded?
I think she means impounded.
Right. Maybe it was that. The officer, he drove us home, and his officer friend drove Thomas's car down to the police station. I don't remember why.
Well, why didn't they just follow you here with it?
It eliminated the flight risk. You know, it gave him a cooling off period to reconsider the kind of crazy idea.
Oh,
The wings a little bit.
that's okay. You know what? We need to work out the plans better.
Plans like buy a man.
Hey there, ladies. Hi, Jim. You coming with us?
I am. Thomas said to pick him up in his apartment on the way out.
You're looking pretty today, Gretchen. That's a nice color on you.
Oh, well, thank you. Oh, wow, thank you.
You ready, buddy?
Let's head him out. And
You know, I don't think we got our suitcases back last night. Would you see if they have them with the car? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be sure to get them for you.
Okay.
Jack and Jim exit.
He is such a nice man.
I think he's a little feisty. And some of those things that come out of his mouth.
Really?
Oh,
You think so?
yeah, he'd make a sailor blush.
Oh, he's never been anything but utterly polite and kind.
He was watching some game on the TV and his team lost. Oh, this string of swear words. It could have peeled the paint right off the walls. I think he's a handful.
He was watching a game here.
I thought we were going to have to slip nitroglycerin under his tongue.
Are you talking about Jack?
Jack? No, Jim. Jim.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right about that. I
Mm.
meant that Thomas's son, Jack, is such a sweet gentleman. That apple did not fall far from the tree.
Oh, you know, I think Barbara said the same exact thing last night. Jack is definitely a good apple, which therefore I think means that Thomas is a very nice tree.
Well, speaking of trees, why don't we get the bird feeders hung up? let's go get
okay.
those while there's still some out there. See if we can find somebody to help us put them up.
Now I have some twine in my apartment. We can use it. Do you have your own potatoes?
Holbrook enters as they're exiting. She's on her phone.
Oh, you're right. It very well could be. Oh, hello, ladies. Nice feeders. Good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'll see you both later. Oh, wait. You haven't seen my set of keys lying around, have you? Keys. You know, I'm looking for my keys.
Keys? I don't think so. No.
Well, let me know if you do. I can't seem to find mine. Sorry about that. Just a minute. Okay. I actually just walked right past her. Oh, no, she was with Gail Johnson. I think you have absolutely every reason to be concerned, Barbara. I'm concerned. In my opinion, and I've seen plenty of situations like this, you've done the right thing by taking those steps. No, I imagine it wasn't easy, and I'm sure it won't make her very happy at all, but by God, you just have to do what you have to do.
Holbrook exits and blackout. Act 1, Scene 3. Pitchers of orange juice and water are on a small portable drink cart along with a bucket of ice. A bowl of pretzels is on the counter. It's later the same day. Thomas and Jim enter carrying the suitcases.
Well, I'm just surprised she didn't do worse to you.
Believe me, it was bad enough. I walked Jack out to his car, and she caught us out there in the parking lot.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Yeah, without Gretchen around or any witnesses in general, she unloaded both barrels.
Oh, Bonnie and Clyde went down in a hail of gunfire. Well, I suppose being chewed out by Gretchen's daughter's comparable.
Well, Jack seems to almost enjoy getting her fired up. But, to be honest, it was worth facing the firing squad just to feel that thrill of doing something spontaneous. Yeah. Though I don't think that we've heard the end of it.
And I hope not. This excitement has to last at least in college football starts.
Yeah, well, it may last longer than that.
Well, I see they got the supplies out for the happy hour. What time is it?
Oh, it's only 4:30. We've got another hour. What I really need is I need to find a way to smooth it over with Gretchen's daughter. Now, after she dropped Gretchen off at her apartment, she was breathing fire last night.
Well, that isn't going to happen.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. You're right. Barbzilla's on a rampage, stomping all the city and all its inhabitants. No survivors.
Jim starts climbing on a small step stool to retrieve a bottle of vodka from behind the books on the shelf, while Thomas starts putting ice in a glass.
Well, if you really want to continue catting around with the mother, you better put up with the daughter.
Whoa. Catting around? I mean, who even says that anymore? And I hardly call it catting around. I mean, whatever you think it is. Say, do you need any help there?
Doesn't this place realize that old people like us, well, the future isn't a guarantee. At my age, I might not make it till 5:30. I want happy hour now.
Gretchen and Gail enter in exercise clothes, having just come from a fitness class.
Oh, it's the happiest of hours before happy hour. Pour one for me, will you, Jim?
It'd be my pleasure. How about you, Gretchen?
No, I would, but I don't want anything with orange juice. It erodes the enamel off my teeth.
Well, don't you have dentures?
I do, because I drank too much orange juice.
Well, get a soda out of the fridge then, and I'll mix you up something nice.
Jim carefully gets on the floor to look under the sofa.
Whose month is it to pay off the cleaning crew so they don't move our stash?
Oh, it's mine. I think I wrote a check 2 days ago. At least I think I did.
It'd be a lot easier if they didn't keep the liquor cabinet under lock and key. They think we're gonna go crazy and raid the joint and swing from the chandeliers?
Oh, we don't have chandeliers here. I mean, I don't remember. I don't remember seeing any chandeliers.
I would have gotten that for you, old man.
No worries. I'll do a push-up while I'm down here. The exercise will be good for me.
You know, you could just come down to the senior size classes with us if you want a little exercise.
Well, my doctor says that class is bad for my heart and not to go.
Bad? How could it be bad for you?
Well, all those women shaking their business. Getting not hot.
Oh!
I'm having palpitations just thinking about it. Well, the doctor says I'm likely to keep it if I go in there. Better not take a chance.
Yeah.
Taking the bottle of rum, Jim is found under the couch so he can get up off the floor.
Well, there are worse ways to go.
Is that coconut rum? I'll have that rather than the orange juice too. We'll save my enamel for another day.
Hey, can you get back up?
I'm halfway. I'll rest a minute.
Now, what does your doctor say about crawling around on the floor after bottles of rum?
Well, I haven't exactly mentioned it to him, but for safety's sake, let's put the rum in a spot more conducive for my long-term good health.
I guess though, when you've got a group of people just trying to control their blood pressure and bladders, somebody else has to control things like the liquor cabinet.
Yeah. Oh, naturally, because this is a respectable community with respectable people living here. Whew.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. My friend, I have been asking myself that very question a little too often lately.
Do they still have hippie communes? Maybe we could move to one of those. You know,
We are the hippies.
Oh.
Oh, welcome to our commune.
Oh, my suitcase! It came back. I almost forgot about it. I hope nothing's missing out of it.
Oh, I'm sure it's all fine.
I should check first, see if everything is there.
Well, let me walk it back to your room
Well,
for you.
what if something was taken out of it?
It's been locked in the car at the police station. It couldn't be more safe.
I don't know. I saw how they leave things lying around in their cars, you know.
Gretchen opens the suitcase and starts taking things out, including clothes, an umbrella, a small skillet, 2 potatoes, a snow globe, shampoo, a brush.
Jim, where should I put the vodka that you can get it without becoming a danger to your dear self or others?
Oh, you had some kind of interesting packing there, Miss. What were your plans for the skeleton potatoes?
Are all your things in there? Well, let's put it back together.
Well, Cajun cooking, of course. Weren't we going to New Orleans?
I suggest we find a spot for that rum now too, before Holbrook locks it up with the rest. Where do you want the vodka?
Oh, all right. Well, here, Jim, can you take the rum and get it stashed while I help her with the suitcase?
No, I can do that, but I think we should put the rum and the vodka 2 different places. Increase our odds of resistance.
Oh, good Lord, Thomas, you know he's 1 ladder away from hip replacement. You go help him. I've got the suitcase.
You know, I got this the last time I took a wonderful trip. My husband and I, we went to England. Before he died, I mean.
England. That must have been beautiful. I've never been there.
All right. I'll put the rum behind the John Wayne section up there. I'm sure the Duke won't mind that it's not Sauza tequila for the time being.
Oh, it really was. It was the castle and the flowers, just like in my snow globe.
Oh, it's perfect. See why you treasure it.
You know, I thought maybe I might find another one on this trip. Although there's not usually any snow in New Orleans, so maybe they won't have snow globes there. Maybe, no.
Holbrook enters. Gail tries to hide the vodka bottle among Gretchen's belongings.
There you are, Thomas. I saw that you've gotten your car back, but you've parked it so that it's difficult to load the passenger van. I don't suppose you'd mind moving it?
Oh, no, of course not. I'll go right out.
Have any of you by chance seen my keys? I'm looking for them.
No.
What are you doing there?
No, who, me? I was just,
Nothing? No, I was nothing.
No.
No, I've never heard no keys.
Hello, there, Mr.
No.
Cobra. Did you watch the game last night? Heck of an exciting ending. I wasn't sure we were going to pull it off.
Mr. Cappazolli, I didn't see you over there.
Well, sometimes it's okay not to be seen. And sometimes at my age, it's better to be seen than viewed.
Please be careful on that step, Thomas. Why don't you get down?
Oh, do I haven't seen your keys. No, your keys? No, I was up here because I'm trying to look for a movie that we want to watch this evening.
No.
Circle up the wagons and watch a picture show, Pilgrim.
That's a terrible impersonation.
Well, be thankful we aren't watching a musical.
Gretchen, your daughter said she was coming by later. If you would bring her to my office, we can all three chat a bit in my office.
Well, I didn't know she was coming, but I will certainly ask her when she gets here.
Thomas, there's spaces to park the car behind the building, unless you're planning to take it out again tonight for more stargazing.
Yeah, well, it seems the forecast calls for clouds, so I guess I'll just be staying in.
See that you do that.
Holbrook exits.
Or else she'll unleash the flying monkey.
Close. I almost got caught red-handed with this.
Oh, maybe that nice police officer from last night will come and arrest you too.
Oh, he didn't arrest us.
I say we just destroy the evidence. Get the rum back down.
Hey, I'll drink to that.
Oh, Thomas, instead of moving your car to the back lot, why don't we move it to New Orleans? My suitcase is still packed. I'm ready to go.
You hardly let the dust settle on the last wild adventure. Do you think now is a good time to make another run for the border?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that might be a heck of a lot more fun than unpacking suitcases.
Yeah.
But maybe Gail's right.
Oh, Bonnie and Clyde, right again. Oh, there's no more soda. I'll get one from the machine by the pool.
Let me get it for you, Jim. I think I took the last one. Hold on.
Gretchen exits to the pool.
Far be it from me to question the foundational strength of your ability to reason, but have you lost your ever-loving mind?
There is that possibility.
You can't actually be considering another attempt on this New Orleans idea, are you?
Oh, without a little adventure, what have we got, Gail? No, I still want to sow some wild oats and not just add them to my diet as additional.
I'll drink to that.
I don't understand why Gretchen is so hell-bent on this little road trip and why all the secrecy. Why not just tell your families?
Well, I don't think my son will have an issue, but Gretchen's daughter, oh, she has her own ideas about how Gretchen should be living her life. It's like Gretchen is her personal project.
Well, maybe she has good reasons for that.
Well, I think she said on world domination. Plans to accomplish it one old lady at a time.
At what point do our children become our parents?
Be that as it may, do you think maybe you're getting in over your head?
Barbara enters.
Oh, I didn't realize happy hour started so early.
Oh, Barbara. Hello.
Conjuring.
I was hoping to find my mother. She wasn't in
Barbara!
here.
Oh, when did you get here?
I just walked in. How are you, Mom?
I'm fine. What are you doing here?
Well, I wanted to come back and check on you after last night.
Well, I was fine last night. wasn't I fine? I mean, I don't think I've changed since then.
No. Of course you haven't. No, it was just a silly miscommunication last night.
Mhm.
Miscommunication. I'm not sure that I.
Barbara, can we offer you a drink?
Oh, well, okay. A glass of white wine would be nice, or maybe a spritzer if you have one.
White wine, well, that'll take another 45 minutes.
Oh.
It's not quite yet in season.
Could we offer something more immediate, a screwdriver? We got rum with a dress up from the soda machine.
Oh, well, I guess whatever's fine.
See, happy hour doesn't officially start for another little while, you see, and we're just practicing.
I could open up the liquor cabinet if you want some wine.
Oh, no, Gretchen, I wouldn't do that.
No, I can. I have the keys.
Whose keys are those? Are they yours?
No.
No. Why don't we just wait until they come officially to open that?
You dipped in honey and rolled in glitter. How'd you get the keys to the kingdom, my girl?
Mom, why do you have those keys? Where did you get them?
Well, I couldn't find my apartment keys, so I have these.
But who do they belong to? Does someone know you have those?
Well, I know, and I'm okay with it.
They do say possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh, she borrowed them actually, and we will return them, won't we?
But I don't see a big rush on that.
Right, well, why don't you, Barbara? Why don't you just let me take care of that right now? As a matter of fact,
It's open now. But maybe we should keep these for the next time too.
There's a bottle of white wine, Barbara, but it's not chilled.
Actually, I think I'm okay after all. Mom, whose keys are those?
Jim, since you've got access to greater options and opportunities, what do you think of mixing up pina coladas?
But they belong to Mrs. Holbrook, I suppose.
And how did you get them?
I think that's better use for coconut rum. Anyone else on board?
No, she left them lying around. You'd be surprised at what people just leave lying around. The other night I picked up this.
no. Why don't I take the keys and your suitcase back where they belong?
But my suitcase? No. I thought we were going to New Orleans tonight.
New Orleans? What?
What?
I don't see any tiny umbrellas, but I think we can still make them.
Yeah,
Yes. Well, yes, we talked about that, but
What, you're going to New Orleans? Is that where you were going last night?
Yes.
No.
Were you?
Possibly.
I'm going to learn how to make decent gumbo. Gumbo is my favorite, and I want to know how to make it. So I'm going to New Orleans, and Thomas is taking me. Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
It's true. Her gumbo really isn't very good, but the kitchen in these apartments is very tiny. So
no. Come on now. My gumbo isn't bad, but I can learn to add potatoes to make it even better. One can't ever believe they've reached perfection with gumbo and then just give up.
So you are going to drive her to New Orleans because she gets a wild hair that she wants to make gumbo? Are you?
No. Yes, he is. And no, he is not.
What?
Yes, he is going to take me. And no, he is not what you said he is.
Pina colada, anyone?
You are by no means going to New Orleans tonight. Tonight, not tomorrow night. You are not just flying off on a crazy whim like that.
I don't think they plan to fly off. I think they're going to drive off on a crazy whim.
I don't care if they were going to crawl off on their bellies like reptiles. This is ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous.
I have to admit, I thought it was a little crazy too, but quite honestly, I don't think it's a problem. I have a good car, and I could still drive at night.
Well, that puts you at the top of the eligible bachelor list in almost any book around here.
Well, that's great. Then you go to New Orleans, but my mother isn't going anywhere.
I am too. I already have my suitcase packed.
Your suitcase is just as much a disaster as this whole idea. Why is your stuff strewn out everywhere? This is all yours?
Yes, it's mine. It's perfectly fine. I am perfectly fine.
Potatoes? You packed potatoes in your suitcase. Mother, this is not okay.
I see that you're not exactly excited about us going, Barbara, but we'll go,
Yeah.
we'll cook, and then we'll come back.
Oh my God, you're serious?
Of course, we're serious.
Well, she is a grown woman. Don't you think she can make her own decisions?
I don't need you to stick up for me. I am a grown woman and I can make my own decisions.
The question here is not whether or not you're an adult, but I'm sorry to say there is some concern about you making your own decisions.
Well, this here is one reason I decided not to live near my kids.
You don't have kids, Jim.
And that's an even better decision.
Come on, let's get your things together. We'll discuss this in your apartment.
I'm getting my things together to go to New Orleans.
Mother, you already know why this isn't a good idea. I don't think you want to go into it any further right here or right now.
There's nothing to go into.
No, look, I'm fine with going, and I think the trip will be fun. Good medicine, in fact.
Yes.
I'm sorry, this isn't up for negotiation. She can't go.
I just don't see a reason why not.
There's not a reason why not.
There are extenuating circumstances that you don't know about and aren't necessarily any of your business. She's not going.
And she's not going now, would she like a pina colada?
No! Do you mind?
I just have a reason to stick around.
I am too going. Yes, I am. With my skillet and my snow globe. And you, Baba Marie, you are not going to have a say in this. No.
Oh, no, you are not. And by God, I do have a say. Legally, I have a say.
What? Legally?
You won't control me. And I'm going if I say I'm going. So you don't have a say.
Listen to me. You very likely have Alzheimer's. You gave me guardianship. That, Mother, gives me a damn say.
But I think I won't drink to that.
Yeah, I won't either. I'm sorry, Gretchen.
Well, it's not true. She's just saying that to be a toot. She's always been a bit of a toot. Just like even like a little girl, she's quite a toot.
Are you serious about this? When did this happen? Gretchen, how long have you known this?
There isn't anything to know.
We had some testing done last week.
Gretchen, why didn't you tell me? Don't you think I should have known about this?
There isn't anything to know.
Oh, it sounds like there's plenty to know.
No. I have a few little missteps or whatever, and suddenly the doctors, they don't know anything. They want to say stuff that isn't true.
They believe it's true. It's probably very early, but it's true. And we're just waiting on some tests for confirmation.
Holbrook enters.
Oh, Thomas, I still need your car moved. And I came across these when I was looking for my keys. When we returned to the police station, I said you would bring them when you...
It is not true. And I am fine.
What's going on here?
And I will not...
Look at all this.
I will not stand here and have you say otherwise to me. I am still your mother, and I demand a little respect.
Gretchen bolts from the room.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
I'm terribly sorry for how all this came out like this.
My dear, there's no reason for you to apologize.
Well, what happened? This is probably something I should know about. What is this?
It's been difficult, for all of us. I'm sure you understand.
Barbara starts trying to collect all of Gretchen's things into her suitcase.
Please, let me take care of that. We'll take it down to her later. You just go make sure she's okay.
Thank you. If you'll excuse me.
Barbara exits, following the way Gretchen left.
What's happened to Gretchen? Is she all right? There's no need to be shouting at each other.
No, she's not all right.
Well, we did.
Would someone like to explain what's going on here?
I'm not sure I actually understand what just happened here.
It's really a blow. Bless her heart.
What blow? Would someone give me some answers?
It seems she may have Alzheimer's. They had words, Gretchen and Barbara, and it came out.
Oh, Lord. I was worried something like this was going to happen.
Let me help you with that, Gail.
Oh, you finish with the luggage here. I'm going to see if I can go do something in her room.
Gail exits.
Right. Yeah, right. Go do something. Go see how she is. That's fine. I can tell you how she is. It's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Well, she is fine, Thomas. Barbara said they didn't have any kind of conclusion. Maybe it's not what you think. Doctors don't always know everything.
Well, right. I mean, Gretchen isn't losing her mind any more than any of the rest of us. I mean, we've all misplaced our glasses or our cell phone.
TV remote or the electric bill.
Oh, you can't find your keys. Does that mean you have Alzheimer's?
No, but Thomas...
No, it does not. So, is that a reason to... What's the big deal? Who hasn't had their thoughts all tangled up? I mean, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous to even think that.
Lord knows I'm muddle-headed all the time. Ask anyone.
She was perfectly fine. She is fine. We've been having a great time. We've had fun being together. We've been having fun. Damn.
You two will still have fun.
Her daughter, though, has some reasons for believing she has something going on. And Thomas, if the doctors are saying it could be early stages of Alzheimer's.
Barbara said, although they don't have the test back to prove it.
Barbara. It was fine until Barbara stuck her nose into it. Damn her. Why couldn't she just leave well enough alone?
No, you can't say that, actually. It isn't actually her fault. She's not looking for trouble. She's just looking after her mom.
Oh, no. It's too much that we're having fun. Fun that she couldn't control. She's making something out of nothing. Seeing what she wants to see because she can't handle that her mom is actually having fun in her life. Having me in her life. That her mom might be actually having a life at all, period.
You can't really mean that.
Oh, God forbid. Because God forbid, if Barbara ever had any fun, she'd turn into a pillar of salt. No, she just makes this crap up. That's what this is. She worries herself into believing it and won't let it go until everybody jumps on board and believes it too.
It would certainly be extreme, don't you think, to invent a situation like this and put Gretchen through it all just to make everyone believe something like that. Thomas, you're not being logical.
No. Well, I'm not believing it. Barbara, I've been around Gretchen all the time. I haven't seen there hasn't been a single indication that.
I don't know, Thomas. Maybe you're wrong.
Thomas takes the handcuffs, realizing that the signs have been there and he hasn't wanted to see, turning and looking to where Gretchen has exited.
So what? Alzheimer's. It's not as if, that
Yes.
only.
It may mean exactly that.
What is it you want from me then? A party?
No, come on. Not her fault either. She can't help it.
Well, I did want a party. I didn't want this.
Well, of course not. Oh, Thomas, why don't you sit down?
Yes. Sit down, catch your breath. This isn't good for anyone.
No.
Not anyone.
This isn't what I signed on for.
No one jumps in line for this, my friend, but it happens.
Oh. This isn't my storm, Jim. This isn't my sickness. I've already done this once, and I'm not going to do it again.
What do you mean, do it again?
I spent my whole life carrying the load, being the man, holding the hand until death parted us. I buried my heart once, and once was enough. Enough!
Do you mean your wife?
Yes. Yes, my wife.
Gosh, Thomas, I'm really sorry. I didn't know what happened, man.
It wasn't Alzheimer's with her. It was cancer.
Oh, that must have been hard. Unbearably hard.
You have no idea. And just when I think that there might still be a heartbeat in this old chest. Now you want me to handcuff myself back to that heartache.
No, nobody's asking you to do that.
Look, I'm sorry this happened. I can't tell you how sorry I am that this happened. But I'm fighting like hell to be something more than just old.
We're all fighting that. And you can't give up that fight either. The minute you do, it's over.
It was too hard to fight my way back to life before. And now I've got other things to live for. I thought maybe she was one of those things. I was sure she was one of those things. But dealing with and caring, how do I do that?
Well, I can't answer that one for you, my friend. That's between you and your heart.
I don't think I can do it. I don't think it's in me.
We don't always know what we can do until we're tested.
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 That's right.
And if I fail that test?
Well, Thomas, that happens. Sometimes that happens.
Look, if I try and fail that test or say I just can't do it, either way, I lose. Then I'm just a heartless monster. So that's what I am, I guess, and that's just what I'm going to have to live with.
It's not like that. You know it isn't like that.
No, she has to live with her illness, diagnosis, whatever. She didn't want to share that information with me, so she doesn't need to share any of it, the rest of it, with me. Now I have to live with the hand that it looks like I've been dealt with. So she's got her world, I'll be in mine.
Thomas, you don't even know for sure what it is. Maybe it's not even Alzheimer's at all.
It could be something else.
Yes, maybe it's not. And maybe it is.
Thomas exits.
Why did I not know about any of this?
Oh, don't beat yourself up. None of us knew.
Oh, I knew she was having issues. I knew that. I knew about the testing. Why did I not know about this relationship between Gretchen and Thomas?
It's not as if you give a girl your Letterman jacket and class ring at this age. Besides, it looks like there might not even be anything to happen now.
But it's my job to be on top of the lives of my residents, on top of it.
Well, just goes to show you can't trust old folks. Don't turn your back on us even for a minute.
Jack enters.
Hey, Jim, how's it going?
I'm glad you're here.
I'm going to go follow up on all of this mess. If you see Thomas, please remind him to move his car and let me know if you happen to see my set of keys.
Holbrook exits.
I just came by to see my dad. I'm guessing he's in his apartment.
Wait, Jack, before you go down there, you should probably know some things.
Still friction around here because of last night's great escape. If you ask me, I think it was all pretty innocent. It's not really that big of a deal.
More than that, about Gretchen. Your dad's pretty upset. Sit down, son. They think Gretchen may have Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's? No, come on, you're joking. She's a little zany, but
Her daughter had her in for testing.
Barbara? Took her in for tests. That explains a lot. How'd you find all this out?
We were all in here just now, and there were some words between Gretchen and Barbara and about going to New Orleans, and it was just blurted out. I think Gretchen didn't want anyone to know. Obviously, your dad didn't know anything about it. Well, none of us did.
Well, hell, I know he probably didn't take that very well. They've gotten pretty close, and I'm surprised she didn't share that with him. My dad hasn't spent time with a woman or even been at all interested in another woman since my mom passed, not until Gretchen came along. Gretchen seemed like the real deal for him, too. Jeez. I bet he's upset for a lot of reasons.
Talk to him, Jack.
Jim, wow, that could be tough. You know him. I'm not sure I'd even know what to say. When he locks down his heart, it's full-on solitary. He can be a hard man to talk to on these things.
Well, he's always been pretty open as long as I've known him. But I suppose this might not be the same thing.
That's a difficult diagnosis, and for her not to even tell him, it's going to be a tough journey for her and everyone who cares about her. But I'm not sure after what he went through with my mom. I don't know if he's got it in him to do something like that again.
Sure doesn't get easier with practice, so maybe it's something he can't do.
As my mother was dying, so was my dad. Every day, a little bit more. When she finally passed, I honestly thought he would go too. But he didn't. Instead, he got dark, really dark, depressed and angry. It was a bad place. It was a hard battle back for him. There were times I didn't even know if he'd make it or if he even wanted to.
Gretchen, she seems to really make him happy.
You're right, Jim. She does. He turned a corner when he met her, started acting a little bit more like his old self again. I felt like I was getting my dad back. She seemed the real deal for him. This is just so damn tough.
Jack, how often do you think guys like us, your dad and me, get a shot at a real deal anymore?
Not often, that's for sure. Not often at all.
I'm telling you, not at this age.
I just don't know if he's willing or even able to take that kind of risk. Not if it means facing down anything like what we went through with Mom. Not again. Going back into that darkness because Gretchen isn't there to lighten up his life, that can't be an option either. That for damn sure is not an option. It's not a place we can let him go.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 1. The same setting at Casa del Vecchia, 1 week or so later. Jack enters cautiously through the pool door, looking around, considering several locations in the room as options. He carries a large hardback book, which he finally situates on the bar, trying to make it as obvious as possible, and places a small card on top of it. He checks his watch, then starts to hurry back out the way he came when he physically bumps into Barbara, who is entering distractedly, looking at her phone and through her purse. She's carrying a folder with papers which scatter in the collision.
God, geez, oh no.
Geez, I'm sorry. And here, let me help you get those. I'm so sorry. I should have been looking where I was going.
No, it's okay. I wasn't paying attention.
Are you all right? I'm really sorry. I think that's all of them.
No, I'm fine. Really, it's fine. Really.
I seem to have a way of consistently making a good impression on you, don't I?
Huh.
Really, I'm sorry about that.
Well, you certainly are consistent. I have to hand you that.
I guess you're here to see your mom.
Yes, I am.
Well, tell Gretchen I said hello. She's a real sweetheart. I hope things are going okay with her.
Yes. Yes. We're meeting with Mrs. Holbrook to discuss how things are and how she's doing and what our options are. But I'll tell Mom you said hello.
Well, I hope things are going well for all of you. It was nice running into you.
Yes, I'll try to pay more attention next time.
Barbara.
Yes.
You know, if there's anything you need, or Gretchen, me and my dad, well, we think she's pretty special. So if you ever need anything.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Jack exits through the patio doors. Barbara takes a beat to process this encounter and the kindness before pulling herself back up to face the conversation ahead. She exits. There's a blackout. Act 2, Scene 2. An hour or so later, Gretchen, Barbara, and Holbrook enter from the hall.
Well, we'll just continue to meet together as things progress or change. I've always said that open communications are the key to happy lives. Open communications, yes.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
I certainly appreciate all of your concern and cooperation with all this. It's all just new to us, and it's hard to navigate.
You must have.
No, I don't think I have.
I say it all the time. Observations are the key to happy lives.
No, I've never heard that. I know I've heard you say that Phil in maintenance is an inbred baboon.
I did not.
Yes, twice.
Oh, I wouldn't say such a thing.
Again,
Yeah, you would.
thank you. Thank you, Donna, for your time and your insights and for sharing the policies with us.
I'm sorry, but we just aren't set up or licensed to handle any kind of major disability in our residence, like physical or mental. I wish that it weren't the case, but that's how it is.
No, I understand. At some point, I know we'll have to make arrangements to move somewhere else.
Yeah, eventually. Oh, but I hope you don't feel rushed or anything. No, that anything needs to be done anytime real soon. There's no rush.
Mental disability. That didn't feel like the key to a happy life for me. Maybe that communication was too open.
Mother, she wasn't trying to offend you.
Oh, of course not. No, whatever I can do to be of assistance, don't hesitate to just pick up the phone just anytime, night or day. It's okay.
I will.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon then.
Holbrook exits.
I don't know if Phil in maintenance is inbred or not. I've never actually met his parents. They must not live there. But from all appearances, I don't think he's actually a baboon. Now, at least not a full-blooded one. Now, she, on the other hand, she's probably got a little bit of something.
Oh, Mother, that is not very nice.
Well,
she's just doing her job and she's trying to be helpful.
But don't you think sometimes Mrs. Holbrook, she could just use like a little bit more sugar in her tea?
She's perfectly professional. She has a lot to manage here.
Oh, like the baboons in maintenance, I suppose.
Or the monkeys in residence.
Gail enters from the pool with a small flower pot with a plant.
There you are, Gretchen.
Was I lost?
I was looking for you earlier for the craft class. We made flower pots and planted these little pretties in them.
Well, we were meeting with Mrs. Holbrook. Escape was impossible.
Okay, Mom. I'm going to get going, okay? Call me later. But remember, I have that gala tonight, so I'll have my cell phone if you have any trouble.
Trouble?
No, I'm not saying you will. I'm not saying you will. I'm just saying you'll be just fine. Just call me if you need anything.
Oh.
Nice to see you again, Barbara.
You too. Pretty flowers.
Is the key to happy life open communication, or do you believe that there are baboons in maintenance?
I think the key to communication is both of us knowing what we're talking about. What exactly are you talking about?
I don't think anything really. Oh, this is really pretty. What are these?
Impatience or something. I don't know. Take them, put them in your window.
But you did such a nice job on this one. Don't you want to just keep this yourself?
Yeah, I'll just kill him if I keep him. I'm the Marquis de Sade of the garden. You're doing them a favor to rescue them from me. Maybe they'll cheer you up.
Well, thank you. Yes, I am happy to offer them asylum if you're sure. What other flowers do they have to pot?
Oh, these and some orange marigolds. I think there were geraniums. And I don't know one flower from another. I don't know.
I always thought the leaves on geraniums, they smell kind of weird. But these are okay. These are okay.
I think next time they're going to make wreaths. Maybe you'll come with me.
No, I don't know. We'll see.
Or to exercise class. Not as much fun without you.
No, maybe next time. Okay.
Maybe. I hope so. It'll do you good.
I don't know. I've rather lost interest, I suppose. But maybe.
Hey, look, Gretchen. This book has your name on it. Did you see it here?
My name on it? I don't think so. That's not mine.
It says your name right here on the card, taped to the cover.
Wait a minute. Oh, Spice of Life. Cajun home cooking? Cajun kitchen cooking? Oh.
What does the card say?
Well, it says my name. It says my name just like you said it did.
Well, what does it say inside?
It's a beautiful book. Oh, I love Cajun cooking. I do love gumbo, especially gumbo. Don't you love gumbo?
Sure, but open the card.
Well, although, you know what? I don't like the gumbo. If the okra isn't cooked right and it's still kind of slimy. Did that ever happen to you, like slimy okra?
Gretchen, open the card.
Wait a minute. It's not signed.
What does it say? Do you recognize the handwriting?
Well, I don't recognize the handwriting, but half the time I wouldn't even recognize my own handwriting. I mean, you know.
That's a nice book, Gretchen. Who would leave you this? And why? Why would they just leave it here and not give it to you?
Oh my God, look at this. It's all wonderful Cajun recipes like they make in New Orleans. And oh my God, what beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pictures.
Yeah, I would think they'd bring it to you in person, or at least sign the card. I mean, who do you know? How do you know who to thank?
Oh, but maybe they just set it down and they forgot that they left it here. Oh, I do that all the time.
Gretchen crosses to the couch, absorbed in the book, and places the card on the table next to her.
See, something special like that, someone should want to take credit for it.
Jim enters.
I'll take credit if it's my good idea. I take credit for any good idea. Talking about.
You know, I almost went to New Orleans, you know, to cook. I wanted to make things just like these. Thomas said that he would it would have been like a really great adventure for us
here on the bar for Gretchen. Left the cookbook on the bar for Gretchen as a gift. There was a note, but it's not signed.
No, not signed.
Happy birthday. It is your birthday, right?
What? Oh, it's your birthday? Oh, happy birthday. You know what? Maybe I can find a recipe here and make dinner for you. I'll make dinner for you.
It's not my birthday. I thought maybe it was yours.
Oh, no.
But do you think maybe he was going to drive her all the way to Louisiana after all?
Well, I'm surprised if it is. I mean, really surprised. If it turns out from him, because he doesn't let me know, he doesn't let me in on it. I'm sure he must miss her, but he's clammed up tight.
Yeah, she hasn't been her sparkly self lately either. I can't get her out to do much of anything anymore. I hate this for both of them.
That's the problem, they're good for each other.
Where is the bus station from here?
The what?
The bus station. How far away is the bus station?
Well, it's downtown.
I could get a taxi. I could get a taxi down there. It wouldn't cost too much, would it? Don't you think?
You want to go to the bus station?
Oh, come on, get on the bus. Of course. Sometimes, Jim, I'm sure you are not all there.
I'm not all.
No.
You say I'm not all there. I'm a man of power, virility, and women tremble in my presence.
Sure they do, Cupcake.
I'm going to see you both later.
Wait a minute. Gretchen, what is this about the bus?
Gretchen exits with her book. As she exits through the door, Thomas is entering with his golf clubs.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I just want you to know I completely agree.
Gretchen exits.
Oh, I see that once again I've missed something. What was that about?
With Gretchen, you sometimes just don't know. It's that kind of her appeal, though.
Yeah, sure. Right up until it kicks you in the teeth.
Okay, what is up with her? What was she talking about the bus? And here, she didn't even take the flower pot.
It's just Gretchen being Gretchen. Let me get the links.
I'm going to go get cleaned up. Do you want me to come find you later for lunch, Jim?
Well, I think my dance card's still open for that date.
Well, aren't you the lucky girl?
Aren't I, though? I'll just take this pot around to Gretchen and check on her. Maybe she'll come to lunch, too.
See you, Toots. Are you playing the course or just the diving range?
Oh, I don't know. I really wasn't interested in going, but Jack talked me into going out and losing a few balls.
Well, good. You need to get out a little bit. Haven't been yourself.
Oh, maybe this is how myself is now.
Jack enters from the pool.
Hey, Dad. Good. You're all ready to go. I think I parked illegally in front.
I used to have a fairly respectable game myself.
You're more than welcome to come along.
Oh, no. I'd throw my back out. Besides, all my ugly plaid pants in the drawers are cleaners.
Yeah, well, the pair that you have on would work. They're respectfully ugly.
These pants are hardly ugly. You just have to be a man with my kind of charisma to pull them off. Something you, Mr. Tacky Khaki, don't have.
Oh, with or without charisma, I'd just say pull them off.
Okay, you two. We're going to miss our tea time if we don't get moving.
Oh, you just don't know a good thing when you see it. You boys have fun.
Next time, think about coming along with us. We'll put you in charge of driving the golf cart.
Oh, I just might be up to that. I'll have a good time.
Jack and Thomas exit. Jim goes around to the refrigerator looking for something to drink. Finding a bottle of water, he comes back around the bar just in time to see Gretchen entering, pulling her suitcase and carrying her new cookbook, a small clear plastic bag with several red potatoes, and Holbrook's set of keys.
You're loaded down. What do you do? With your suitcase? What else you got in there?
I've got potatoes. I found the nicest, perfect little red rounds.
Well, I see you have, but why are you taking the suitcase?
Because wouldn't I look silly carrying my skillet under my arm?
Well, I suppose I'm just
I'm pretty sure that Emerald Lagasse, he uses a suitcase.
Is that the one that looks like Don Galloway's?
No, he's dead. You're thinking of Paul Le Preux.
Don Galloway?
Prud'homme.
He was so funny. How could he be dead?
Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor, Jim? Please?
Again, I am not going to babysit your anaconda if that's what you're going to do.
Jim, you know they don't allow pets here. I mean, if anacondas can be pets. I haven't really thought about that. No. What I want you to do is I want you to give these keys to Thomas for me. Here.
Those are Holbrook's keys, aren't they?
Yes.
The one she's looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
The magical keys to the liquor cabinet?
I think there's a key for just about everything on there, but I haven't tried them all, at least not yet.
Well, she's made herself about half mad trying to find those.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you give them to Thomas yourself? A good reason for you to go to talk to him, you know?
But he's not here. You are, and I have to cook.
Why don't you give them to him when you get back? He just went to play golf with Jack. How much cooking you gonna do?
Plenty. Thank you so much for doing that, Jim. I really appreciate it. See you later. Oh. Happy birthday again. Happy birthday. Bye.
Gretchen exits. Holbrook enters.
Damn it. I still can't find those keys. Somebody knows where they are, and there will be hell to pay when I find who has them. You haven't seen, oh, no, I suppose you haven't.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 3. Same day, sometime shortly after dinner. Jack and Thomas have just come back in from their day of golf.
She didn't come to lunch, then didn't show up at dinner either. Nobody's seen her since this morning. And Gail is using Mrs. Holbrook's key right now to open the apartment.
Oh, how did Gail get those keys? I thought Gretchen had them.
Oh, she did, but she left them for me to give to you.
Well, why would she leave them for me? I mean, we're not even, you sure she's not with her daughter?
Positive. We even called Barbara to check before we started getting, when we started getting worried. And that naturally has unleashed the Kraken. She's on her way here right now.
Who saw her last?
Well, I guess I did. She said she was going to cook with a suitcase in tow.
Cook? Cook where?
Gail rushes in holding the snow globe that has a note taped onto it.
She's not in her apartment, but I found this, and there's a note taped to it, too.
A note? What's it say?
Lash pala patat?
Is that a stroke?
No, she hasn't. It's Creole French. It translates, don't give up the potato.
Don't give up the potato.
Is that a stroke?
Now stop it. It's a statement to the Cajun spirit. Don't give up on what you want or what you believe in.
Oh, come on, Jack. How would you even know that? Since when do you speak Creole French?
I don't really, but I dated a Cajun girl in college. She taught me plenty, including a little bit of Creole French.
I'm sure she did.
Enough, you two. Now, this is important. Gretchen is missing.
Okay, you said she had her suitcase with her?
Yes.
And why would she take her suitcase to cook?
He said she looked silly with her skillet under her arm.
Oh, my God. I know where she's going.
Where?
She's going to New Orleans. A cooking suitcase. I bet that's where she is.
By herself? How could she? Oh, no. The bus.
He asked about the bus station when she was looking at that cookbook you left for her, Thomas.
Whoa, I didn't leave a cookbook for her. Why would I do something like that?
Sure you did. Right on the counter. It was from you.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, a cookbook, a book with recipes you can cook.
No. I know what a cookbook is.
Oh, you left the cookbook for her. A peace offering, right?
No, I didn't.
Maybe you should have.
Well, maybe, but I...
Look, she left the card that was with it over here on the table.
Well, I didn't leave a cookbook. Now stop saying that I did.
But you probably wanted to leave a cookbook, right?
What? No.
What does the card say?
It says, adventure is the spice of life. And the book was called Spice of Life. It was all Cajun recipes.
And you didn't write this card, Thomas.
No. Why would I do that?
Because you care about her.
Well, of course I care about her. I don't not care about her. We all care about her. But we didn't, maybe I would have if we were, but maybe before all this, but I don't know who left it.
Maybe someone left it who knew you probably wanted to leave it.
You think she's found a new boyfriend? Now, if I'd realized she was on the market.
What?
No, she doesn't have a new boyfriend. Will you two stay focused?
Oh, a book like that. It says there's a boyfriend.
Okay, I'm the one who left it.
Who said anything about a boyfriend?
Dad, it was me. I left the cookbook for her.
Say again.
I left the cookbook for her.
You're the new boyfriend.
Jim.
I left it so she'd think it was you who did it.
Why? Why would you do such a thing?
You said it yourself, Dad, because you didn't think you'd do it. So I thought of it for you.
Well, she said it's not her birthday.
I suppose it's not. Some gifts are better than birthday presents.
Jack, that wasn't your...
My business. I guess wanting my dad to be happy kind of is my business.
Well, maybe you should have let me in on it. Maybe I can still decide those things for myself.
Holbrook barreling in with Barbara behind her. Barbara is beautiful, dressed in a fancy cocktail dress.
Nobody move. I want some answers on what's going on here.
Where has he taken my mother now? Where are they?
Wow, well, suddenly I'm underdressed. I never know what to wear to a crisis.
Look at that. Who knew she'd wash up so well?
Are you implying me as half of that they? I haven't taken her anywhere.
What are you still doing here? Where's my mother?
She left by herself.
What? What do you mean she left by herself? How could she possibly leave by herself?
On the bus.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, no, don't look at me. I tend to be the last to know things with her.
We think she's gotten on the bus.
You're talking about the little minibus from here at the villas, right? The one that takes you to the grocery store?
No, a big Greyhound bus to New Orleans.
New Orleans? Are you kidding me? Alone?
Suddenly having to run off with Thomas doesn't sound so bad.
Well, who took her to the bus station?
When did she leave? Has anyone gone to look for her? Or even called the bus station to check if she's still there?
Yeah, maybe go to check?
Or what have you people been doing?
Slow down, one thing at a time.
Who put you in charge of the command center?
Look, we need a logical plan to locate Gretchen and get her back here safely. But we can't do that if we all don't just calm down.
Calm down? My mother is missing.
I wouldn't say she's missing exactly.
No, not missing exactly. He's just not here right now.
That sure feels a hell of a lot like missing to me. Maybe you can calm down because she's not your mother.
Well, no, she's not. But that doesn't mean we don't care about her, because we do.
Well, I'm sure you do. We all do. Of course. Yes.
She's hardly your responsibility.
Well, that doesn't mean I don't care, Barbara. I just...
Of course you care. Of course you do. From a safe distance, right? I understand. And to be honest, it's better that way because nothing's changed in her situation. But she's my mother, Thomas. And I'm still here on the front lines caring for her.
Barbara, I don't think that Thomas...
Oh, maybe you have a luxury of looking out for no one but yourself, but it looks like she won't have that. So it's me.
Safe distance. You think I'm just playing it safe?
Yes, I think that's exactly what you're doing.
No. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm being practical.
And at this age, you can't be too safe. Practical is good. Yep, that's what us old people do. We play it safe. Kids are crazy. Old folks are safe.
Well, I mean, at this age, safe might mean you don't do something stupid or break a hip.
Or a heart.
May I please just point out that my mother is very likely not safe right now. So maybe we can just refocus on that.
Well, she cannot keep running off from here like some crazy kid, that's for sure. She has got to calm down and settle down. I'm saying settle down.
Settle down. Settle down to what? To die? Oh, the hell with that. And for that matter, to hell with being safe. Look, Barbara, there's nothing safe about life. You aren't going to protect Gretchen from it any more than she could protect you from stubbing your toes or falling off your bike. We all get knocked around, and sometimes you get hurt, and you get your heart broken. But I'd rather die while I'm living than live my life dead. Or without her.
Wait, slow down. Back up. Wait, what are you saying? That you, what?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm saying that I need Gretchen in my life.
Oh, but that might be easy to say right now, here, but it might not be what you expect. It may get really hard. It is hard.
Life is hard, Barbara. I happen to know it firsthand exactly how hard. But life is harder without having someone to love and to hopefully love you too.
Oh, okay. Well, then, but
No, look, listen, I'm realizing something, Barbara. I can't do this alone, but neither can you.
Believe it or not, we're all on the same side here. You're not alone in this.
well, I almost don't know what to say, really. I guess I'm just not used to, well, then we need to come up with a plan quickly. We can't have her out there somewhere by herself.
We'll work together. Everything will turn out just fine.
Well, it's just not fine right now. I don't know what she could have been thinking. And every moment that goes by, something could happen to her. And this is just so.
Not a bad look on you with that dress. Well, I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no one wants your opinion.
No, I can't help notice those things. I'm not dead.
Wow. Okay. Well, I need a drink. Can someone please get me something to drink?
Well, I'm sorry, but it's no longer happy hour, so our liquor cabinet is locked.
Then open it.
Our policy is to only offer a small cocktail to our residents during designated social times. This is hardly a social time.
No.
Jim, using Holbrook's keys, has opened the liquor cabinet.
What can I get you?
Jack, please.
Yeah.
No, Jack Daniels, straight.
Got it.
Well, this is not acceptable. I won't stand for this.
All right, well then sit down. Pour one for me, Jim.
Damn.
Well, I insist you stop this immediately.
Why not? Hit me up too. This is gonna be a long night.
Oh, you realize you may be jeopardizing your residency here. This is completely against policy.
I can live with that.
Really? Mr. Trahan, can you? How about I just pull your lease?
How about you do that? I have bigger things to worry about just now.
Well, maybe you can live with it, Mr. Trahan, but you can live with it somewhere else.
Oh, that's supposed to be a threat, right?
Well, I will not have my authority here disrespected like this. Just will not.
She grabs her keys from Jim and stomps out.
This is my mother's. Her snow globe from England. How did it get out here?
We found it in her apartment. There's a note taped to it.
But what does this mean?
That she's had a stroke.
What?
She's not had a stroke. It's a Louisiana Creole saying. She's chasing a dream, her dream.
Which, in this case, may mean jousting with a few windmills along the way.
Thomas, do you know where my mother is going?
I have an idea, but not exactly.
We can check the bus schedules and figure out which one she might be on. Let me get my laptop out of my car.
And I can call the bus station and see if she's still there, or maybe someone will remember selling her a ticket.
Now, here, let me find a phone book for you.
Phone book? Really? You're such a dinosaur. I've got the number on my phone already.
All right. Yeah. Hey, why don't you sit down over here? As soon as we know which bus she's on, you can intercept it.
I can't just sit and do nothing, not knowing where she is.
Oh, all right, then stand. Although I don't know how long it will be comfortable in those shoes.
This is exactly the kind of situation that I was afraid of.
What? That she'd run off for after some crazy dream?
Yes, and you just had to egg her on, didn't you? I understand that I can't protect her from everything, but you don't have to encourage her crazy ideas.
Well, listen, you don't quit having dreams because you're old.
But you make her think it's okay to do crazy things, like run off by herself on a bus to who knows where.
Look, I am not the enemy. You know perfectly well Gretchen doesn't need anyone's help with crazy ideas.
But you encourage her. You enable her. And what if she gets hurt or worse?
Well, we enable her to what? To be herself?
But she's not herself. Or she won't be as this advances.
No, you don't know that.
I know she's struggling at times now, and she's doing stupid things like this.
Barbara, what she's doing right now may have nothing to do with Alzheimer's. And now look, whether or not it is Alzheimer's, it's not my fault.
Then whose fault is it? Who is it that I'm supposed to blame?
Girl, it's hurting me too. So when you figure that out, let me know.
It's just, she's my mother. That's my mom. How
do you? When you figure that one out, let me know that one too.
Jack enters and takes his computer to the table.
I'll get this booted up and we'll see what time the bus is left for New Orleans. There can't be all that many.
Yeah, she's not at the station here and no one really remembers her in particular.
Well, do you think you should notify the police?
I don't think that'd do any good just yet. She hasn't been gone long enough. Okay, here we go.
Where do you think she is?
Jim's right. The dress does do a lot to cover the razor.
Oh my gosh! Can we stay on track here? Okay, every minute, my mother is further away.
Right. Okay. Well, there was a bus that left here at 3 o'clock this afternoon. That would be the one that she would have gotten on.
That would make sense judging by when she probably left here.
She would have made a change in Houston.
Well, where does that put her now?
The next stop would be Beaumont, but I don't think you could get there in time.
Well, I have to try. Maybe there won't be much traffic this late.
Maybe if you go around Houston, but that'll add more time.
I don't think you can make it, but you could head her off at the stop after that in Baton Rouge if you leave right now.
Then I have to go. I need my mom. I mean, I need to find her and get her back. Where are my shoes?
we can call the bus line and let them know what's happening and that you'll be waiting there to meet her.
Please do that, and then call me on my cell and tell me what you find out.
She grabs her purse and her shoes, and Barbara exits.
Hey, don't rush to the point you get in an accident. Be careful.
But we don't even know that she's on that bus. What if Barbara drives all the way out there and she's not even on the bus?
Well, let me see if I can reach a supervisor. Surely they have a manifest of who is on their buses.
After 9/11, I'm sure they do. I just hope we can reach someone this late.
They're putting a fleet of buses on the road. Surely they have someone to contact in case of an emergency.
Well, maybe we should find out how to put one of those silver alert things like they have for missing kids.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. She's probably perfectly fine somewhere between here and there. We'll find her.
Hush, phone's ringing.
Thomas has been leaning on the counter, turning over Gretchen's snow globe. His cell phone rings in his pocket.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait. I think that's my phone ringing. Hello? Gretchen, where are you? Are you okay?
It's Gretchen? No, I'm not Gretchen. Sorry, I'll call back. Where is she?
Oh my goodness, Gretchen. What? You're where? No. I'm glad you called. I'm so glad you called me.
Is she okay?
No, it's not a problem. Of course I'm not mad. It was just all a misunderstanding. Now, look, don't move. Just stay right where you are. I'm on my way. It'll take me a little while, but I'll be on my way. Whatever you do, don't leave where you are. Okay. Will you be okay? All right. Good girl. I'm coming. Yes. I'll have my cell phone right with me. So call me back if you need to. A what? A payphone? They still have payphones? Oh, do you have any more change? No, don't ask any strangers. No, I'll just hurry.
I'll go with you, Dad.
What did she say? Where is she?
Oh, she's in Buffalo.
New York? How the hell did she get to New York?
No. Buffalo, Texas, outside of Dallas. She got on the wrong bus in Houston. Now, call Barbara. I'm going to get her.
Dallas. Barbara's going the wrong direction if she's heading toward Louisiana.
She hasn't gotten much of a start that way. I'll call her cell phone when we're in the car and let her know to head the other way instead.
I never ever heard of Buffalo, Texas.
I'll drive, Dad. My car's in better shape. I can afford a speeding ticket. I can afford a couple even.
Be careful. And do you know how to get there? Do you know where you're going, Thomas?
Well, look, I'm going to Buffalo. And after that, we're just going to have to see what happens after the dust settles.
Oh, go!
I'm going.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 4. Later that night at the bus station in Buffalo, Texas. The set is in complete blackout except for a spill of light. In the light is a strip of plastic chairs to indicate the bus station. Gretchen is sitting on the center chair with her suitcase on the floor next to her and her cookbook in her lap. The book is not open. She is just sitting. Thomas enters behind her and stops.
Gretchen?
Thomas? Oh,
Gretchen, are you okay?
no. I'm hungry.
Oh, God. Of course you are. I was really worried.
Worried? What? I ate a Snicker bars from a candy machine. I think hungry is pretty normal. You know what I mean?
No, what I meant was I was.
Well, they had other things, but the Snickers, that seemed like the best bet. I saved half of it in case I got hungry again. That was kind of smart, wasn't it? They give you two in the package now. Did you know that? Should I have chosen the chips?
Yes. No. I mean, the Snickers was fine.
Oh.
Yes, you were very smart about it.
Yes, I was.
But I was worried because I didn't know where you were or if you were all right.
But I called. I told you I was here, and now you're here too, and I'm pretty sure I'm all right. Yeah.
Yes, but you just left and you didn't tell anyone where you were going.
But no, I left a note in my apartment.
Yes,
Mhm.
we found it, but if we hadn't had Mrs. Holbrook's keys, we wouldn't have. Oh,
But
thank goodness you left them, or you couldn't have gotten in.
but I left the keys for you, like you left this book for me. See, I can too still figure things out. I can. Yeah.
Gretchen, about the book.
You know, I just
Did,
I didn't want Barbara to find that note I left before I left, though. You know, she would have stopped me. She would have stopped me from going. You know, sometimes I think she's just a little bit too bossy for her own good, or for my own good. You know.
no, she is definitely worried.
Yeah.
Of course she's worried. She's on her way to Baton Rouge to find you.
No, Baton Rouge. Why would she look for me in Baton Rouge? I've never even been to Baton Rouge.
Well, that's where she thought your bus would be, so that she could catch up with you there.
Well, you understand, don't you, Thomas? I just didn't want anybody telling me that I couldn't go. Yeah.
Where were you going?
I want to go cook in New Orleans, Thomas.
That's where I thought you were going.
I want to cook at the New Orleans School of Cooking like we planned. That's all I've wanted.
Yeah, well, you should maybe have gone by yourself.
But I have the book that you gave me. I thought you wanted me to go. I thought.
Gretchen, sweetheart, the cookbook.
Oh, but I absolutely love this book, and that you thought to get it for me, to show me that you wanted me to chase my dream. I'm really sorry that I upset you. I'm really sorry. Maybe I should have told you what was going on in the first place, but I knew you wouldn't stay mad at me forever. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't mad.
Oh.
I was afraid.
Afraid? Really?
Yes, afraid. I just reacted out of fear.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid too, Tom.
But it's okay. I'm here.
I think it's not okay. I mean, I've had a lot of time to think about it today. It's a really long bus ride to get here. It's a really long bus ride. You know, you would not believe the people that you see on the bus these days. You know, not how it used to be. Remember? No.
I can only imagine.
But I've been thinking, and I'm not okay, Thomas. I'm scared about that. I'm scared of having Alzheimer's.
I'm afraid of that too.
You're afraid? But you don't have it.
Maybe you don't have it either.
Well, if I don't, then what's wrong with me?
Maybe we're just getting old.
I suppose with those two choices, old isn't so bad.
No, you're right. It does beat all the alternatives.
Okay, then I'm afraid to get old.
I'm afraid to get old too, Gretchen.
You know, they don't tell you that before they get old, do you? You know, this is no cakewalk.
Jack enters, but stops at the edge of the light, not wanting to intrude. He's carrying Gretchen's snow globe.
But Gretchen, I'm afraid of something else even more. I'm even more afraid to get old alone. I've been alone this past week or so. Without you.
Alone always makes it seem much worse, doesn't it? I mean, did you know that they're going to make me move away?
Did you know I got myself kicked out?
No, you did. You
Oh, yes, yes. My stuff will probably be on the curb when we get back.
by Mrs. Holbrook? She kicked you out? Was it because of me?
No. Because of me. Because I just wasn't ready to be there.
But
Barbara
Thomas,
stopped short by Jack because before she says anything.
but Thomas, where are you gonna go? Where are we gonna go?
We'll go somewhere else.
Ugh.
They'll have good ideas, you know. We can figure it out.
No, maybe we could go together, okay? And so then we won't go alone, then, right? Wherever we go, we won't go alone.
No. Wherever it is, we won't go alone. It's you and me, baby.
Are you okay being stuck with me?
Well,
Thomas pulls the handcuffs from his pocket and slips one onto her wrist and the other onto his own.
I'm okay. If you're okay being stuck with me.
Oh, holy mother of God, Thomas! Did you steal those from that officer?
I did. I flat out stole them. I was supposed to give them back, but I kept them. And maybe they'll come and arrest me.
Aren't you going to give them back? Don't you think you should?
No.
Where are we going to go, Thomas?
Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Yeah, I vote for New Orleans. I hear they have an excellent cooking school.
That lets you put potatoes in your gumbo.
Louisiana meets Idaho. All those in favor? Raise your hand.
Oh, well, I second that. But although I don't really have a choice, since my hand is already up. But yeah. I'll second it anyway.
Grab the potatoes, my dear. There is Gumbo out there that's in for one hell of a shock.
As they exit past Jack, he flips him his car keys.
He's running off with my mother again, isn't he?
Yes, ma'am. Does look that way. In my car, no less.
And it's going to be all right. They're going to be okay. He'll take care of her for now.
Yeah, for now, they're fine. She's an interesting and resilient lady, Barbara. I see where you get it. It's not hard to be enchanted by her.
That she is, but I'm not sure if it's enchanted or maybe ensnared. A little bit like getting tangled in a shiny silver spider web.
Maybe the smart-ass bad apple didn't fall too far from the tree in your family either. You're a lot like your mom in a lot of ways.
I'm not. Did you just call me?
Easy. I'm just teasing you.
You really are intolerable.
Your mom must be something extremely special to have ensnared my dad.
She is special. And I love her. Even when she drives me crazy, I love her. Really, with my dad gone all these years, she's all I really had. That's why I work so hard to protect her.
I don't know if you really need to protect her or
protect the world from her. Yeah, sometimes I don't know either.
You're going to be all right in all this too,
I don't know. I'm trying to be. I'm trying really hard to be.
It's not always a bad thing to turn your world on its head. See where things shake out.
I suppose it always settles eventually, one way or another.
That it does. Not much point in looking in the past or trying to second guess the future. So from here, there's nowhere to go but forward.
Speaking of, I suppose you need a lift, huh?
Yes, ma'am. It does look that way.
He's got the keys for those things, doesn't he? The handcuffs?
Maybe. Maybe not.
You are incorrigible. I hope your father wasn't the example for all this.
And what if he is? The apple in the tree, you know.
That's it. We're going after them.
As they turn to exit, Barbara sees the forgotten suitcase.
Jack, they forgot my mother's suitcase. Oh no. I'm gonna go try to catch them before they leave.
I'll go out the other way and see if I can stop them. I'll meet you in the car.
Gretchen enters as Barbara grabs her suitcase.
Oh, I knew I forgot something. I knew it. I knew. Oh, yes, I did. I forgot that. I forgot that right there. But then I remembered it again. Right? I did. I remembered it.
Yes, you did.
Yes,
you did remember. Here you go.
It would have been pretty silly at the New Orleans School of Cooking without my pan and my tomatoes.
Oh, Mom, you would have been fine. You can still figure things out, right?
Yes, I think I can. Yes.
Oh, and one more thing. I hope when you get to that cooking school in New Orleans that you make the best gumbo ever.
Ooh, with potatoes. Lots of potatoes.
Bushels of them.
Now, this will be okay, you know? No matter what happens, even if the potatoes, they turn out not so great, as I know they will be, it will work out. Yeah. Try not to worry so much, sweet girl. And Barbara, even if I don't always remember, I want you to make sure that you always remember, especially, you are so special to me. How much I love you, hon.
I love you too, Mom. And I will remember. Mom, I promise I'll remember it all.
Fade to black. Final curtain. The end.
Oh.
Thank you very much, everybody, for watching our performance of Potato Gumbo. I don't know if all of our cast is on. Just say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you all. Watch our Facebook page for our event next week. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. And